What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, my name is Handsome Kelly. I am a full-time day trader. I also coach other individuals how to become 5 and 6 figure traders themselves, as well as how to utilize their credit to build wealth. So if that sounds like you, great. You're gonna love this video. And if that does not sound like you, and you know someone who that does sound like, share this video with them and they're gonna love this video as well. Now for this video, I'll be continuing my Trading Simplified series in which I break down different trading styles so you have a better understanding of how to go about using it and make it more beneficial for your trading journey. For today's episode, I'll be breaking down quarter points. Now, quarter points is not new, however, more traders are now newly using them. However, they don't have a great understanding how to go about utilizing them because they're using them wrong. So, in today's episode, I'll be breaking them down, showing you how to simplify it, as well as how to utilize it so you can help yourself out along your journey. So, let's get into it. All right, what's going on, guys? This lesson is going to be, I'm going to make it quick. It's going to be a quick breakdown on quarter point theory, quarter point overall. Now, it really doesn't matter what you call it. You can call it quarter point. You can call it major levels, minor levels, half point, large point. They're all the same thing. They're all boiled down to quarter point theory. And I'm going to break that down as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how to draw it. I'm going to show you guys how to trade it. I'm also going to show you guys why it's so important that you understand exactly what quarter point theory is. Well, quarter point theory, it's the same thing. So if you hear me say quarter point theory, it's the same thing. It really doesn't matter. However, one thing I've noticed that when it comes to quarter points, that there are a lot of traders who they feel as if because of the fact that it's still a quarter point, and I'm going to actually break that down in a second what I mean by that. But they feel because of the quarter point that it's actually drawn correctly. However, that's not true, right? So I'm going to show you guys exactly what's the difference in how you can actually go about trading it to go along with your trading journey. Now, besides that, when you want to think about quarter point, you do want to think about the fact that quarter points are the true levels of support resistance. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, again, like it doesn't matter with regular support resistance, right? That's something that we automatically draw up, right? Let's say if I have something like this and I'd be like, okay, this is my support, and I have like something like this, that's my resistance, right? That's something I'm actually drawing up myself based off what my eyes see from, from past price. That doesn't work like that with quarter points, right? Quarter points are psychological levels of support resistance. And the reason why they're so powerful when it comes to psychological levels is because these are the levels in which the institutions, what they use as take profit areas. So you'll see a lot of times, during a actual quarter point, you may see a lot of wick rejection from that area. And the reason why, because again, as I just said, those are psychological levels of support resistance, and that's what the institutions actually use. Now you may be saying to yourself, he keeps saying quarter point, what exactly does it mean? The name gives it away, guys. It's quarter, right? So what it is, it's a representation. It's a pip range count out of either 1,000-point movements. Let me write this down. Either a 1,000-point movement, point/pip movement. It could be out of 100 pip movement or point. Oh, come on, handsome. There you go. Or even a 10 pip movement. That's what it is. So quarter point is, again, it's a breakdown or a range count between 1,000 point, 100 points, or 10 pips. Now, what you want to do is you want it to, as I just said again, the name gives it away, it's quarter point, right? So let's say if we're doing out of, I should have drew this up beforehand. All right, if it's out of the 1,000 pip range, quarter point would be 250, 500, 750, and then 1,000 pips. If it's out of 100, it will be 25, 50, 75, 100, and if it's out of 10 pips, it will be 2.5, 5 pips, 7.5 pips, and 10 pips. Let me I'll keep this. All right, you guys can pause this video whenever. I'm actually not going to keep this up here, and the reason why, because I'm going to need the space. All right, so breaking down quarter point, what you want to do is you best want to start. All right, we're on the daily time frame right now, but you want to start at whole numbers, right? And when I say whole numbers, I don't just mean like 138, 136, 135. No, you want to start at whole numbers that really is a true multiple of 10. And again, I know that sounds kind of weird because 138 is a multiple of 10 as well. However, you want to use something like has all zeros in it, like 140, 150, 160, 130, those type of numbers that you want to start with. And the reason why, because again, guys, when you're starting from here, it makes it more easier to break down exactly what a quarter point is and how to go about calculating it. So what we're going to do, we're going to break down, since we're in a daily time frame, is going to be out of 1,000 pip range, right? So the first one we're going to do is going to start from a whole number. We see 140 right here. So I'm going to have this line. I'm going to draw it up. I'm going to double tap to it, get the coordinates, and I'm going to make sure it's 140.000, right? And then from there, it's out of a 1,000 pip range. So I can either go up, I can go down. It doesn't matter. But for this example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep 140 here. I'm going to do, I'll do 500, 500, right? So if we're counting in quarters, right? And again, we're on a daily time frame. So if it's out of 1,000 pip movement, then we know for a fact that the next one will have to be 250 pips above. So what you want to do is you can do the same exact thing, put a line up here, make sure it's 250 pips above. In this example, 140 plus 250 pips will give you 142.5. Now, if you want to know if that's correct, what you can do is go to the range. You can go to literally, you may not get exactly on it. As you guys can see, it says 140.004. You may not get exactly on it, but you get close to it. You click on that and you go all the way up to where the line is at. This one right here says 248.6. So I know for a fact because, again, as I just said, I didn't start directly on 140, nor did I end directly on 142.5. So this right here shows that, yes, this is 250 pips. Now, if we do another one, we'll do another, I'll go up. We'll do another 25 pips above, and we are at 120, so that's 145. Same exact thing. You can go to the range, and that is, yep, that is it right there. Next one we're going to do below. So 250 pips below 130, I'm sorry, below 140 is 175. I'm 137.5. And as you guys can see, to make it easy for yourself, right, you can easily go here. Same exact thing, 250, that's correct. However, by looking at it, guys, right, it's quarters, right? So 145, 142.5, 140, right? Think of it, 50 cents, 25 cents, 0, 75 cents. So we do one below as well. We start at 145 is our high. So that should be our low at a 1,000 pip range. Double tap on it again. We will have 135 flat. Oops. And if we start here and we go all the way up here, that is 1,000 pips. So this is correct. Now, this, guys, is the most simplest way you can go about drawing up quarter points. Now, the reason why how you want to go about doing it, I'm going to show you guys how to trade this in a second. But again, as I just said, the psychological levels of support resistance, right? So if we look at this one right here, and we're not even going to scroll all the way back. We're just going to stay in this range right here. So even on this, guys, you can clearly see how the market is reacting around the quarter points. You see how it's reacting around 135. Even on this one, came literally right down to the top. We came to 137.5. It gave us a nice double top. Price like it's trying to come back down. Even on this one, 140, literally to the wick right here, guys, to the wick, right? So to the wick, rejection before dropping, came up to 142, came up 145. Easy. This is the easy way how you guys want to go about it. Don't complex this. It's literally a breakdown of a 1,000 pip range when you have a higher time frame, right? And the reason why I'm saying it, because again, everything is time frame dependent. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to draw it on lower time frames in a second and why it's beneficial. However, I just want you guys to really understand, I'm not starting from anywhere, right? I didn't start from 143. I didn't start from 142. No, I started from psychological hold levels. 140, that's a psychological hold level number. I can start at 140. I can start at 130. I can start it at 150. These are levels that you want to start at when you're drawing it up. You don't want to just start at 141.0 just because it's a zero number. No, that's not the way you want to go about it. Because if I do it that way, and to not make this video so long, I'm not going to. But if I do it that way, the numbers are going to be way off. I mean, for this one right here, let's say this is 142.5. Let's say we started at 141, right? The number is going to be off. So that's the reason why you don't want to go about doing it that way. Now, these are the higher time frames. If I drop down to like a lower time frame, so not even just that, but when it comes to actually trading it, again, you guys already know the lower time frames and the detail of the higher time frame movement, right? So in this one right here, if I go to like the 15-minute time frame, if we have like a 15-minute rejection off of a higher time frame quarter point, that right there is huge confluence as to, okay, that is likely to be a higher reversal. Why? Because again, it's a higher time frame support resistance. Same exact thing with the hour, 4 hour, and so forth. However, when you're drawing it up, like let's say if you want to look at the lower time frame movement, how you want to go about that is this. Yeah, if I'm on a lower time frame, right, I understand. Come on, why is not resetting? There we go. If I'm on a lower time frame movement, right, I'm on an hour right here. I may not be looking for out of a 1,000 pip range, right? I may be looking at out of a 100 pip range. So same exact thing. If I start at a whole number, and for this example, I'll just start at I'll start at 138. Because these are different, right? So when you're on like the hour time frame, the 15-minute time frame, or you're scalping, it's different, right? These are out of either 100 pips or it's going to be out of 10 pips, right? When you're dealing with the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, that's when you want to focus on starting at your 0 0 numbers. And when I say 0 0, again, guys, I mean like a 140, a 150, and so forth. So for this example, we can actually start at 138. So we have 138 flat. We started right there. Let's make sure it's there. It's right on it, 138.00. Right, so this example, we're going to have 100 pips below. Sorry, we're going to have 25 pips below, and then from there, we're going to work our way to make sure that I have 100. So if I click this right here, we have 138, 137. What am I doing? Out of, oh yeah. Right, so we have it there, same exact thing. You guys can go to see if it's exactly 25 pips. Yes, it is. Next one. 137.50. And what you want to do is, guys, you don't want to be lazy, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you count each one up and make sure it's there. Because you're being lazy and you're skipping steps, that is a recipe for not moving forward. And if you're not moving forward as a trader, you're pretty much wasting your time and your money. Then we have that there. And the last one. Where am I at? 136 flat. Oh wow, that was an accident. Right, so same exact thing, guys, as you guys can see, psychological level. So you can easily tell how the market is reacting between these quarter points. And this is on the lower time frame. So if I'm trading like the hour time frame, the 15-minute, this right here is what I will use. Even if I'm scalping, right? If I'm scalping and I'm looking for like a 100 pip range, right? This is what I would use. I wouldn't focus on the 1,000 pip range. And again, as a scalper, I'll break that down in a second. But the reason why is because again, like even as a scalper, like your hour time frame would be considered like your daily time frame. So that's how you want to go about it. And then if I drop down to like the 15-minute or the 5 minute, that would, well, the 5 minute and the 1 minute, that would be out of 10 pips. But I'm not going to go. You guys pretty much get the gist of what I'm doing when it comes to quarter points. And that's how you guys want to trade it, guys. Simply just like that. So when it comes to quarter, as I just said, it's support resistance. You guys already know if I'm at a support, what am I going to do? I'm going to buy at support. I'm going to sell at resistance until someone tells me otherwise, right? So this right here, you can utilize candlestick analysis to break it down. You can use whatever else you decide to use that you utilize with support resistance. Quarter point would be the same exact thing. So again, it's another way of saying support resistance. It's a psychological level of support resistance. And in reality, guys, it's really the true support resistance when it comes to it. So I hope this quick lesson was beneficial, showing you guys exactly how to go about drawing up quarter points, why it's beneficial, how to go about using it, and yeah, the reason for it. So again, as you move forward along your trading journey and utilizing quarter points, they are extremely beneficial. Don't just draw in anywhere, guys. Make sure you start at whole numbers if you're dealing with like the higher time frame, like the daily, the 4 hour, the weekly, monthly, and so forth. If you're dealing with the lower time frame, like the 1 hour or the 15-minute, break it down between a 100 pip range. And if you guys are scalping, it will be out of a 10 pip range. All right, guys, use this. Enjoy your trading journey. I'll see you at the top.